Hey Internet, it's Renabledorf back at it again. This time we're gonna go do some arena. I have to play 50 rogue class cards. I got an arena set up ready to go. I just have to choose rogue and try to get as many class cards as possible. I don't know how arena's doing this new patch, in this new update with the Frozen Throne cards, but this is a good start, I guess. I'll probably end up with 2 cost minions in my deck, so that's not a good card. Curator is always good, but you know what? It's Deathwing. I'm gonna take me a Deathwing. I'll probably get no value out of it, but whatever. And now what do we got? I guess I got that synergy for the Deathwing, but these cards will probably not be very useful with my other cards, so I'll just take the Jade Swarmer. I don't need that Deathwing synergy. I want synergy in the form of dragons, not things that buff dragons, because I don't need to buff my Deathwing. So out of these cards, that would kind of make Squirming Tentacle the best. I'm not using any sort of hacks to try to tell me which cards are the best based on numbers. They're not exactly hacks, but I don't know. It's a little cheap. I like actually building my own deck instead of being told what to do. So Runeforge Hunter, I haven't seen this card before. During your turn, your weapon doesn't lose durability. It's an okay card, I guess. I kind of like being able to discover a card, but whatever. I suppose it makes my weapon a little bit better. And discovering card from your opponent's class is very good. Deal 3 damage to random enemy minion is very good, but Hallucination has a lot more pliability. And then Questing Adventure can be great in. I'm just going to go ahead and take this. I don't have any combos for the Pyromancer. This might be helpful with me. This I probably can't trigger in any way. So for now, I will take this. Perdition's Blade was very much an option, but beyond that, I don't really see why I would want that. And Galaka Crawler is playable even if your opponent doesn't have a pirate, so that's fine by me. Deadly Fork is, I think, better than the rest of these cards given my deck right now. Battlecry, your hero is immune this turn. Thistle Tea is generally kind of bad. Frozen Crusher's all generally kind of good. And 2 Razor Petals is great for combos. I don't have any combos yet, but in any case, that's still kind of good. I I will take an Assassin's Blade just because I have the ability for it to not lose damage. And out of these cards, I don't really need spell damage so much, so Boulder Fist is probably the best card because I don't have any big draws right now. How many 3-drops do I have? If I get this right now, I can potentially freeze my other minions. How likely am I to have other minions on the board? Not that likely, so this might be an okay card. Swapping the health of minions is actually very useful, especially if you can play a 4/4 as well. Since I have a dragon, I'll take the Bone Drake, otherwise Keening Banshee might be the best option. Serenite Chain Gang is great if I'm getting rushed down. How likely am I to get rushed down? I do have a lot of early game play, so I'll get another late game play that synergizes a bit with Deathwing since I got that. Shiv is generally pretty good. It's a great cycle. Stormwatcher I really don't need, so I'll take a Shiv here. Just because in case I get combos, I want to have that. And again, I don't have anywhere to trigger this. It's the same as the 4/8 from before. With that being the case, Necrotic Geist is probably the best card here. Ooh, a Bone Mare is a very good card. It's probably going to be better than a 2/2 Jade since I don't have a lot of Jade combos. Bone Mare is probably better than the rest. And just because I can, I'll add another Bone Drake. And draw a card is generally pretty good. I don't really need to this. I'm not playing any Zergy minions. And as for health, I'll just try to win with board control instead of needing that. And the sap is also great for board control, so let's go ahead and take that. This costs way too much. You probably don't want 2 10 mana minions in your hand. With that being the case, I'll take another Boulder Fist. Sure. Lifesteal is fine. This helps me survive a bit. Can I buff it up at all if I get that? I have a lot of minions. So do I want Lifesteal? I don't have really any 5-drops. I don't have any 5-drop minions, so I'll get that. And how many 3-drops do I have? I don't have a lot of 4-drops. It's not a very good card, though. I don't necessarily want to play it as a 4-drop, so I get the Argent Squire. Deal 5 damage to a character is very good. I don't have any elementals, so they didn't make sense. Spell damage is not very good on Dalron Mage. This card might be good. Tortalon Primalist, not that good. Weasel Tunneler is a super low card, but I don't really want it. And it looks like if I want to, I can get the Serenite Chain Gang anyway. That's good for me. It's a good card. And I like discovering more cards. I can't combo the other ones, so I will get that. And now we're headed into the game. Let's see if anybody is worthy at all. They keep saying finding opponents. I only find victims, baby. Come on, line them up. Face down. And you know how the rest of it goes, but I want this video to get monetized, so I will not say it, but you know how it goes, baby. Looks like we are finding our opponent. My game does like to freeze a little bit before getting into the game itself. Again, this gets worse every patch. Every single new line of code they add just makes this worse. Hopefully I don't crash. Right now we seem to be good. And after the first game, it gets a little bit better. But now here we go. Finally found ourselves an opponent. Let's get started, baby. So priests have been pretty good this patch. At least in Constructed. I don't know how they're faring in Arena. I haven't really played in Arena. Lotus Agent and Bloodworm is not very good. Patient Assassin I'll keep, even though I'm probably not going to play it on turn 2. Just because I have that Novice Engineer, but in case I really need to get through something, it's an option. And I have no reason to play my weapon on turn 2 because he just heals back up. Okay. So since he can't heal it, I can play my Novice Engineer this turn, and then Hero Power the next turn to kill his Fairy Dragon. So I can't target, but he can't target either, which means that's a fine play for me. Okay. He got himself a card in the way, but I do have ways of dealing with that. And the most likely way is to coin out one of these cards. So if I coin this out, he can heal this back up to 3 after he trades both of them into it. Would he trade both of them in? Or I could do a Serenite Chengen, gets rid of one of his cards, which I think is probably a better option than seconding my minions in. He can heal this back up to 4 health, but it only does 1 damage, so I don't really care. And since I have a lot of 4-drops, it makes sense to coin it out, meaning that I can still play a 4-drop next turn. That's not very good. Although I do have Shadow Strike to get rid of that card. I don't have any backstabs in this deck, but I do want to get rid of that card. It's a very bad card to leave up. Alright. So he got that one. I want to get to it somehow. I can't Shadow Strike this and then get to it to make sure it dies, but then I can't play anything else. And I don't really care that he has that, and I really do want to kill this. If I can also Hero Power that, but then I can't kill this guy. So with that being the case, let's go ahead and oops, almost did it wrong. Let's go ahead and get rid of that one and hit there. And he's going to heal from that automatically, but there's no reason to trade my minion in because I got a taunt up right now. So might as well keep my minion alive. I might even play this Patient Assassin next turn. This is not very useful to me unless I get a weapon. Oh, he healed that one instead of the 4-3. That's a very interesting decision. I don't know if I agree with it. I can swap health. If I do this, he can heal this up, and he can use both of them to kill. That's 7 damage to the face he doesn't do if he uses it on the Silver Moon. I can get this Patient Assassin out here. And if he has Holy Nova, he can take care of it. And then what else would I play? I could play a Galak Crawler as well. It's not an overly good play, honestly. And then the turn afterwards, I can probably play Bone Drake. And if he does that, that's fine because I can get another minion in hand. This would deal with whatever 6-drops he happens to play. So I will go ahead and get that out. If he plays a big 6-drop, now I can just kill it. That's very interesting. He's not doing any face damage. Huh. I think that's probably good for me, honestly. Yeah, I think it's probably good for me that he played that card. So you know what? I don't need value right now, which means I'll play the Boulder Fist. If he gets death, it gets death. No matter what, I don't end up with a minion on the board if you use Shadow or Death. This is much... It's not that much more difficult for him to deal with. Actually, if I play this, he still needs to sack both minions into it in order to kill them. So this doesn't actually make sense. But it does combo with Deathwing if I ever get Deathwing. And he is going face now. I probably want to kill the 4/4 while I can. And probably swap the attack and health of that card. Or I could get another big drop out here, in which case he has 6 damage on board. I'm down to 11 health. I have 2 big drops, and I can start turning this game around. But I don't get this out, but I also can't really buff up the questing adventure, which means I kind of like this option. Because he didn't have a Shadow Word Death last turn, which means I can start turning this game around. Okay. So the Stealth Assassin would have been nice to continue to have, especially against the Ysera, which now I can't kill. It's kind of annoying. Oh, actually, no. What am I talking about? I can kill this thing. I do want to kill that thing. So that's why we keep it. And if we play questing right now, I can't really do much with it. So I probably want to get this out just because I can trade with his minion. This doesn't trade with his minion, but do I really need to? In any case, I got to get rid of this thing. So I need a dragon in my deck at some point in time. Oh, this can trade with his minion, so I'm fine playing this. I just realized that I had 4 damage on the board. Hopefully you didn't get Ysera Awakens or anything of that nature. Oh, don't do it. Don't do it to me. Oh, thank you, sweet Jesus. That's not a Ysera. Oh, God. I would have just lost this game outright if you got another Ysera. I suppose I could get a Hex off this, but still. The question is, how do I want to do this? Because I'll be down to 11 health now. Can I leave 8 damage on the board if I'm down to 11 health? Gotta start getting this questing out at some point, but my cards cost too much, so I can't really buff it up. I need more power on the board. Another Bone Drake. At least I can trigger my operative now. I might even get the questing out here. Let us... I think we want to get rid of his cards. Can I leave the 1/1 on the board and just summon this? And use my hero power on that? Let's see what card I can pull from him. A taunt is very useful to me. Which is why I will actually just go ahead and do that. And I think I'll go face here. For now, face seems like a good option. Because once he kills that, it buffs one of my minions. At least it's 8 damage I didn't take. And I should be able to kill it. Well, that's fine, because neither of these minions dies. I can still kill his card. It's 5 damage to the face I take, but... Oh! Oh, right, he can heal it up. Right. Perhaps I was a little bit greedy in not killing it. Which means what? I just lose now because I got greedy, baby? Yeah. Yeah. Seems like I just lose now. That is very annoying. 9 damage. Give me a Hex. Death Rattle. None of these cards help me. None of these are useful. Like, at all. Sure. At least I got that Deathwing synergy, am I right? Am I right? The infinite Draconoid operative Deathwing synergy? I am super dead. That's the GG. Hopefully next game will go a little bit better. Thanks for watching. Subscribe, because I got more videos coming your way, baby. We're coming back with this deck, and we're going to get ourselves some win, so subscribe to get more.